and put before the electorate. And I'm determined to do all in my power to accomplish the task of this new mandate and thereby justify the confidence reposed in me. I assure you, fellow Ghanaians, that I'll do my best not to let you down. The period for campaigning is over, and the outcome of the election has been decided. The Ghanaian people, through the results, have made it loud and clear that the two parties, the MPP and NDC, must work together, especially in Parliament, for the good of the country. Now is the time for each and every one of us, irrespective of our political affiliations, to unite, join hands, stand shoulder to shoulder, and work hard to place Ghana where she deserves to be, a prosperous and dynamic member of the global community, making her own unique contribution to the growth of world civilization. My immediate task will be to continue with the process of reversing the effects COVID-19 has had on our economy and on our lives, and put the nation on course for full economic recovery and development. Before the pandemic struck, Ghana in recent years was one of the fastest growing economies in the world. I give you my word, we will regain that reputation. Fellow Ghanaians, I say a big aiko to the chairperson, deputy chairpersons, commissioners, directors, returning officers, electoral officers, and the agents of our respective political parties for delivering one of the best elections, if not the best, ever witnessed in our history, which has won universal acclaim. The Electoral Commission, even in the midst of the pandemic, has done a yeoman's job, and we can only urge them on to continue along the path and achieve even greater strides in future. The orderly, commendable, and peaceful conduct of Ghanaians on election day is to be widely applauded. The high rates of adherence to COVID-19 protocols on the day ensure that the exercise passed off safely. To the security services who ensure the peace and safety of the process, Ghana will forever be in your debt. Your role has been invaluable in preserving law and order. And lastly, but by no means the last, the praise of the nation goes to the media for the extensive coverage provided before, during, and after the conduct of the polls. I also say a big thank you to the domestic and international election observer teams that have been in our country for the period of the election for their concern. I condemn in no uncertain terms the isolated incidents of post-electoral violence in Ododo and Techiman that led to a few regrettable deaths. May their souls rest in peace. We must work to avoid the repetition of such events in future. I thank the national, regional, constituency, electoral area, and polling station executives, elders, and members of my party, the New Patriotic Party, and all the volunteer groups who canvass so effectively for us for their successful efforts. NPP supporters should understandably celebrate and jubilate, but desist from untoward acts. At the end of the day, despite holding different political views, we should all remember that we're all part of one family, one Ghanaian family, with a common overriding agenda, which is to oversee the growth and development of Mother Ghana. Let us continue to conduct ourselves with decorum and maintain the peace and stability of the nation, which is the envy of many around the world. To the Ghanaian people, I say that the work ahead is to advance further the peace, progress, and prosperity of our nation for all. And that is my solemn pledge to each one of you. The battle is the Lord's. May God bless us all in our homeland, Ghana, and make her great and strong. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. And before Mr. President takes leave of us, we'll take a Muslim prayer from the Minister for Inner Cities and Zongo Development.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين.
Party's headquarters, where the celebrations will begin, and will be joined by His Excellency the President and the Vice President there at the party headquarters, where the celebrations will begin proper.
As you can see, as deputy campaign manager for the campaign, I should feel perhaps more excited than anybody else. We've been in the front lines of the battle and taking all the bullets and shooting some bullets on my side as well. I feel that indeed my bullets landed where they ought to have landed, and we have been victorious. So I'm really over the moon.
It looks like it doesn't matter the way the result went. At the end of the day, the win is what is more important to you.
Well, that is what we expected, that we would win between 51 to 52%. I mean, the truth of the matter is that anywhere, everywhere in the world, any government that is seeking a second term in office naturally gets a reduction in its vote share from what it got previously. So yes, we got 53 the last time, and this time we were projecting to get between 51 and 52, which is what we got. So we really got what we expected to get. Yeah.
Moving ahead, it looks like there's a lot of work to be done. Looking at the parliamentary seat you won and lost so far.
Yes. So what it means is that President Akufo-Addo really pulled us along. That he, more than anything else, is the force. He is the political colossus that vertically pulled us to victory, which will mean that there's a lot of work that we have to do on the side of the party, to also be able to come up so that in 2024 we can also get more seats. We thank the President.
Relax.
I'm Cabra. Yeah.
Congratulations. How are you feeling?
I'm very, very humbled and very good. It was a very tough campaign, as you can see from the result. But it just goes to show you the kind of leader we have in President Akufo-Addo. I don't think any political leader in our history would have been able to withstand what happened with our parliamentary election. But he won even when we lost parliamentary elections. He's one who is liked by the Ghanaian people because he's someone who has shown a dedicated life of service to this country, a sacrifice for this country, and people appreciate that. And we do hope as a political party we learn from all the shortcomings we have faced in the past and work together for the future, for the better of our country. I mean, this election is it sends a clear signal to the political parties. As the president said, and I would like to re-echo that the two main political parties in this country, and we have to work together. We have to be civil with each other. We have to elevate the discourse and stop the politics of innuendo and calumny and lies and propaganda and throwing dirt. I don't believe that politics is a dirty game. It's the participants in politics who make it a dirty game. And I think we should stop that. And we should send a clear message to the Ghanaian people that we want to lead by example as politicians and work for their welfare and their development. I'm sorry, I'm struggling with this. And work for their welfare and development, because it is essentially because of the welfare of our people that we begin to serve. And that we as politicians should not forget the three things that I always hammer on: service, sacrifice, and selflessness. It's absolutely vital that as leaders of our country, we demonstrate in what we do, in the policies that we fashion out, that we have the Ghanaians' interest as paramount, the interest of our country. And that's how our party is called the New Patriotic Party. So we want to encourage all the new parliamentarians, all those who have the opportunity to serve in the president's government, to have that at the back of their minds.
Do you think the president is going to have a tough time?
Remember, we are one people. Let's always remember it's one.
My phone, someone has stolen my phone. Maybe inside the way.
I think I can stop back.
Your main contender seems to have closed the gap a bit. Do you think that it suggests that you need to do a little more work together?
Well, like the president said, the people of Ghana have sent us a very clear message as political parties that what they want is for the NPP and the NDC to work together to deliver value for them. What they want is less of the unnecessary partisan debates between us, scoring political points, but more of work that focuses on delivering value for them. And so that will be one of the very first priorities and postures of this administration that President Akufo-Addo is going to form in his second term, to ensure that we're able to work together with a minority to deliver value for the people of Ghana. When it comes to the presidential votes, it's a very emphatic win, over 500,000 votes as a margin on this new register, which has about 17 million people. Remember, the old register had a lower number of people, so you had lesser number of persons who were voting. If you look at the numbers, about 17 million people on this register. The turnout, very, very significant, and the results are quite clear that Ghanaians want the two parties to work together to deliver, and that's what the president spoke about this evening.
What has happened, I mean, there are legal issues, the parliament especially. Will it affect anything going forward in parliament?
Well, as it stands now, we are confident that by the time the ongoing parliamentary challenges are concluded, we will have a clear majority, not an overwhelming majority like what we had in the 7th Parliament, but we will have a majority with which we can do government business. But we acknowledge that that majority will be a slim majority. And that is why, if you pay attention to the president's speech, he talks about working together. Yes, there will be some legal issues because there are a couple of seats that we are challenging, which we believe, when successfully adjudicated upon and added to the MPP count, will take our seats quite high. So yes, you can expect some legal challenges from our side. We've already indicated at least one seat, I think Savelugu, that we will be seeking to contest. But the important thing, tonight is that the people of Ghana have secured a victory for the Ghanaian democracy, a 9th general election successfully conducted. We commend the Ghanaian people and all stakeholders, like the president said. The time now is to begin healing and moving forward to deliver for the people of Ghana.
What does this
So basically,
Abusiafo ma memo akwa babio live ewo UTV so we decision time 2020 adwuma no yes ya enisa Sabria president elect of the Republic of Ghana Nana Addo Akufo-Addo enya kasa we indicate say e braso se ma shebedwafo de o NDC afon de o MPP afon wo nyina be kan bo ma ye adwuma de asom Ghana man na Ghana akonanim. This is the beauty of democracy. The pese o my Ghana ye na ye de akoyanim ye nyina de oto yo de 1 2 of course aben bia ba enye 70 million Ghanaians ni nyina na beto e de ama aban ekro no. In fact abato we krete enkola na omo ni 18 years o man to be ba gina ya asa aban ni besi no e be affect wo mo enkola ene wo mo man to be enyina enti beauty no ene say democracy ne kona ni me na bibiman obia e hwe ministers ni ade obia cafe na aban ni say obia house cleaning no ni ade enyina ye mampanifo na wa no so ni ye rap up ye bonkomo no na ye de ensem no e ba besie wa wo jubilate ni ye san ka obio say obema na ye boko bre o na wan kwanko ye enhuru obi am
Juliana, at this moment, Lord, now are in your hands.
People choosing working